Greetings, Earthlings, wisdom keepers, wisdom seekers. Welcome back to WizdomDropz, your source for daily drops of wisdom and savvy cat astrology. My name is Tonia, and today we are discussing the Taurus full moon that happened on Halloween. That's Samhain, y'all, for specifically you, Virgo. So if you are a Virgo ascendant, sun, or moon, then this video is for you, predicting your experience, illustrating what's likely, more likely than not, going to be happening for you over the next at least 2 weeks that we are under the influence of this moon. And if you want to make it a broader range, you could even count this as being an influence for the next month until the next full moon. Okay, great. So before we get into sharing the screen and looking at all them juicy details for you Virgo ascendant sun or moons out there, couple quick announcements for you. Number one, if you are not subscribed already, what is you doing? I put out a video every single day of the week. Be here for it because I'm here for you. And, I'm putting out a video every single day. So it's like, if you're into astrology, you might as well get that result, that benefit, right? Number two, like this video if it brings you any value whatsoever, because it helps other people out there get this information. And that's just how the interwebs works. Quick note, if you are an asshole hater and happen to put a down thumb, no problem, because it still helps the video get more views. Bum, bum, bum. Truth exposed. Okay. So anyway, with that said, let's jump into it. I'm going to share my screen with you, and you will be able to see what is going on. So this is the full moon that just happened, 8 degrees of Taurus conjunct Uranus. Now, Virgo, I think this is an auspicious event for you. In particular, why do I say that? Because this is happening in your 9th house, Virgo. And if you look here, if you count from Virgo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Capricorn to 9, that's Taurus. That's a really happy house. That's a house of true joy, of true happiness, higher knowledge. Also, if you are somebody who's going to school or something, or any form of higher learning for that matter, this could be a really beneficial experience for you in particular. Because why? Because the 9th house is the house of all that stuff. It's the house of the higher knowledge, of academia, of philosophy. Now for you as well, Virgo, I think you could experience some really interesting side effects, if you will, of this, because it's conjunct Uranus. So not only is this a full moon in your 9th house, but it's a full moon conjunct Uranus. And if you didn't watch the Taurus just general video I did for that on the full moon, you're more than welcome to, Virgo. But what does that mean for you? It means that your beliefs could be going through a dramatic and unexpected change. Your beliefs about the world, your beliefs about spirituality and spirit, because that's all 9th house stuff. Your faith. You could actually, as a Virgo, be having a nice reawakening of faith. That might be really refreshing and beautiful for some Virgo people out there, because the 9th house is your faith. It's your divinity, your connection to divinity. So Uranus is the great awakener, and it's the great awakener through what means? Through shakeup events. It's through the unexpected, through things that are comparable to, if not literally, explosions, lightning. Okay, it could be literally those things, and then you go through a lightning crisis and you come out a changed person with your whole belief system and faith system. For example, in a dramatic example, in a more kind of foundational everyday, which lightning happens every day in the stratosphere, constantly, you feel, but at another, maybe a little bit more mundane level, you could also experience this as sudden shocking events in relationship to people who are teachers for you, because the 9th house rules teachers. It could also be in reference to you just suddenly have a crazy event that changes that belief system, or within a group that you have belief system practices or exchanges or philosophical exchange with, you are possibly going to have an epiphany moment through those sorts of environments or learning means, because Uranus rules epiphanies and sudden kind of downloads and revelations. It's very revelatory, ta-da, but it's ta-da through a tornado. You know what I mean? So with that said, I just think that Virgos, you're going to get some awakening of your beliefs, of your philosophy, of your global view on the world, on your spiritual self of some form. And it's going to be through some sudden event or a weird kind of thing that's just super quirky, super eccentric. You don't really know what the hell you just saw, but it just changed your life. That's a scenario that could very well happen under this energy. So I just want you to be aware of that. And also some other things going on. you know, we're still under the influence of this Mercury opposite Uranus. So it could be a message out of nowhere. And Mercury is currently in your second house. It could be related to finances, or it could be related not only to finances and possessions, second house with Libra there, but to your communications with even siblings, because third house rules siblings, or your neighborhood. So neighborhood, local environment, also friends is the third house for you. And those are all scorpionic for you in nature. So the sun is kind of illuminating that third house right now, like the collective consciousness of the sun being lit up there. For you, it's in the third house. So those themes are already kind of highlighted, but Mercury retrograde is like revisiting past themes in relationship to even like foundational things like family, because the second house rules that. And also your finances and your wealth, because that's the second house is what you've accumulated and what you possess. And also your neighborhood and your local community, or sibling relationships, or really just like friends, because the third house rules that sort of stuff. Also like your skill, because the third house can very much so be associated with skill. So maybe some skill right now that you learn or are learning is really like revelatory and changes your whole outlook on the world. You see how that could connect because of Mercury's previous connection it made to Uranus through opposition before it turned retrograde at 11 degrees over here in Scorpio. And now it's been retrograding, aka looking like it's going backwards, back over here into Libra. And so what you want to think about is that things from the past are coming up around this, because retrograde is revising, revisiting, re-editing, redoing, in other words. Also, we have a lot of other retrogrades right now with Mars retrograde and, you know, Uranus itself retrograde. So I guess I want to draw your attention, Virgo, to the fact that the North Node is in Gemini, which is your shared sign of mercurial rulership, aka Mercury rules both Virgo and Gemini. So Mercury that's kind of why I was drawn to pay more attention to that planet for you in particular, because it's your ruling planet. So what is Mercury doing? You see what I'm saying? That's how you read a chart. Okay, I think I feel really good about that. You're still going through a lot of changes here with that fifth house. So your passion projects, your children, if you have them, if you are a Virgo, Ascendant, Sun, or Moon, your creations, that's all fifth house. This has been going on for 2 years at least now. Do not fret if those things are like changing for you. If your relationships there is somehow like going through a death rebirth cycle, that's totally natural. It's totally part of this process. So don't freak if that's what's going on, Virgo. You're doing that transformation, whatever it is right now, so that something can come out of it even stronger. It's up to you to determine what is coming out of that even stronger in relationship to fifth house themes, creations, passion projects, children, small businesses, that you enjoy, because fifth house is what you enjoy as well. These are auspicious enjoyment houses, the fifth and the ninth. So you have some transformation of your joy, but I think you have a lot of awakening energy resulting in true joy. The ninth house is like the happy house, you know, along with the 11th. So anyway, you have a lot of auspicious things. Don't be surprised if it comes through means of death and rebirth with all this Pluto, Saturn, Jupiter conjunction, and also means of surprise that this happiness comes through, because Uranus. If you Virgos get outreach to by some ET, let me know, because I'm excited for you. With that said, okay. So with that said, I think I'm going to wrap that up there. Let me know, Virgo, if you have any questions about that. And as always, you can leave me a video request down below if you have any specific topic you want me to look into. So with that said, make sure you subscribe if you're not already. Hit the like button if it brings you any value whatsoever, so that other Virgos out there can get the 411. And till next time, may the stars be with you. Peace.